but they want to complain about what is not there, what is not there, what is not there. And that thing that's not there, it's only going to come when start, when you begin, right? If you think about the book of of Joshua, think about when Joshua was leading the people of God to the promised land, they had to literally, when they got to the Jordan, they had to step in the Jordan for that water to dry out. The water was not going to dry out. Most of us, we want to see the dry land so we can walk on it, but it doesn't work like that. The spirit of obedience or faith, the way they work on your willingness to obey the word. So faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So if it's not seen, now how is that evidence, right? Because we all know in the court of law is what you saw, what you heard, what you actually experienced. But faith is such that you don't have that, but it's telling you it's still evidence, because the evidence is in the word that you received. The evidence is what you got prior to the dilemma. That's the evidence. So for you to activate your faith, you must stand by the evidence, and the evidence remains true until the word changes, until another evidence comes. But usually what you receive is the evidence until, right? So I'm going to carry the word to whatever God tells me is what I'm going to keep until he changes his mind, until he changes his voice. And if he does, he will come and tell you the same way he told you the first time. Do you understand what I'm saying? And there are many voices that God uses to get his point across, but it's not going to be a voice that's a random that you can't recognize. Remember, my sheep knows my voice, and a stranger they will not follow. So it has to be a voice that is recognized by God, that looks like God, that is God. And so you have to arm yourself to be able to know what is the voice. This voice is of God. So that's my little word, that you must step into the Jordan before the Jordan dries out so you can access the promised land. The promised land is always in perspective, is in sight, but is a far off. Like you can see it far off. But in order for you to actually possess, access, experience, thread, step on it, you must go through the wilderness. You must go through the waters. You must go through the fire. So it would take some pruning, right? The Lord is a consuming fire. So guess what? God will use his fire to consume. So how does the fire consume? It consumes the filth. It consumes the pain. It consumes so all those things are part of the process to get you to that promised land. But the promised land requires you to take action. And that's where most of us lose it and fail, because we don't take action. We wait on the word. And waiting, unless you're in the secret place, waiting, those that wait, you will not be able to be accelerated, because waiting turns into speed. Because once you come out of waiting, you've got the strategies, you've got what God said, you've built capacity to endure the next season. But if you don't wait the way you're supposed to wait in the secret, you don't prepare yourself, you won't step in the Jordan, neither will you access the promised land. I hope this video blesses you and you begin to see God and take God at his word, because the word of the Lord is true. I was testifying to somebody the things God has done for me. Oh my gosh. And the things that it took activation to make them happen, because he's given you the words and giving you the tools, but you must activate what he gave you in order for you to see the results. Be blessed.